Hands up to the massive brothers and sisters. We are finally back. We finally made it to another one. Another reaction on the one and only Mystelics reaction. Guys, big up on the Mystelics family for definitely taking us to this vibration, brothers and sisters. I appreciate you guys for definitely being a part of these vibrations. And of course, brothers and sisters, if you want to become a part of the Mystelics family, do what? Subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come through right there. Of course, when I upload my videos, publish them, you'll be notified after you subscribe in that regard. And of course, click the bell. Also, brothers and sisters, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that, helping to push these videos for them there. And of course, brothers and sisters, without further ado, you click the thumbs up button already. Click it, no, brothers, yes. Click it, brothers and sisters. I would appreciate that. And of course, without further ado, let us get into the vibrations for the day right there. Of course, we have this sentiment. I actually mentioned this some time back, brothers and sisters, on the basis of what exactly is the emergency number in Dominica. Of course, I remember some individual indicated, I think it was Jason from the east side of Dominica, I think. He was talking about, he called 911 and it didn't work. But of course, they are indicating right there, this individual said, I just stopped to wonder, what is the emergency number for Dominica? Is it 911 or 999? From my understanding, I think it's 999. I never called emergency for me to know. Obviously, if you needed something, you just drive to the hospital or think. That's what my understanding. But if there's really an emergency, if an elderly person needs to find the emergency, brothers and sisters, I think this number should be plastered all over Dominica. So you pretty much know right there. Of course, calling 911 doesn't apparently seem to work all the time, or if at any time at all. 999, I'm not sure. But of course, this individual is asking, but does these numbers even work? Whenever you call these numbers for an emergency, the call not even going through. It just cutting off instantly. So what are the numbers that Dominicans are supposed to call for emergency? Brothers and sisters, can you let me know in the comment box below if you know the exact number that Dominicans are actually supposed to call if there is an emergency? I mean, Magwesa, we should know these things by heart. Is that something that they taught you in school? I don't remember they teaching us that at all in school. Have they taught you the emergency number in school? I thought it was 999, but apparently these numbers don't work, or maybe things are so bad that the number is not operational. You know, people can't pay bills and stuff. Maybe the emergency people cannot pay the 999 bill. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in that regard right there, brothers and sisters. Moving along in that as well, of course, on Dominica Breaking News, there was a letter to the editor. Good day, this individual saying, we are not happy about what took place with the Carnival people at the Carnival opening 2025. That was not nice at all. What exactly was it? After we had to put 22 people on a bus and couldn't even take more people, do you mean to tell me is water alone that looks like us? Apparently they must have given them water. Water alone, and the rest people taking 5 drinks put in the bag, and they say no more drinks. So people taking drinks to put in the bags, and they have the Carnival people like Juju because it's water alone to give them. Well, on the bright side, water is better than juice. But I understand the point, brothers and sisters, that you indicate right there that, of course, you should have shared this properly. You give in some water and you give in some juice, and some that get water vexed because they don't get juice. I wonder if the people that get juice vexed, they didn't get water. Or maybe the people that get juice get water too. But after having come, we need to be fair in that regard right there, especially when people are doing these things, from my understanding, for free. That's boom, that's crazy right there, brothers and sisters. Anyways, apparently water alone, and the rest people are taking 5 drinks, 5 and more drinks. You counting the amount of drinks people are getting, man, for you to have a specific number, 5 drinks putting in their bag, and they say no more drinks. That was not nice at all. That are not nice. That are not nice at all. Right. Yes, Lord. All right. They need to treat people better than that. I'm mad and I'm vexed. Treat people better than that, SKERRIT. Oh, not SKERRIT. The people organizing. You need to treat people better than that. And I think we need to get better treatment from the other individuals. We are always happy to be a part, but please treat us better than that. So the Carnival people are saying during the Carnival opening or Carnival celebrations or whatever, they want to be treated better. You can't just be giving them waters. I was going to say the same thing, but let me leave that. Don't give them waters, brothers and sisters. They want water and juice at least. And put some sandwiches or something there, you know. For free. That's crazy. I hope it's not for free. They do nothing, but at least And if it's not for free, they pay for chicken. Well, we pay all you already. We pay all you. So use the money you give us to buy all your drinks. But and sister, when it comes down to doing gigs in Dominica, it's always a very interesting one. I remember one particular time, not me, because if I do a gig for you in Dominica and all you have food, let's say wedding, and you tell me I cannot take food, what? I going home, father. I think that actually happened once, come to think of it. A photographer came to do photography for a particular wedding, and I think when he was engaging in the food, he told him he can't take food. It's just for the guests, and he packed up his stuff and got his home. Yeah, that's me. That is definitely me. You know? So, anyways, that's a whole other story. But I understand the sentiment. Treat people equally, brothers and sisters. Treat them equally. Treat the Kalinago people equally. Treat the white people equally. Treat the black people equally. Treat the light-skinned people equally. Stop your dirty ways, people. This is not nice. Leave those things back in 2024. Leave it there. What are you bringing it there for in 2025? And then, brothers and sisters, move along right there. So apparently in the situation involving the Narin thing that actually, the Narin situation that actually did a reaction on yesterday, brothers and sisters, an arrest has been made in the Narin Trendsetter Murphy incident where his vehicle was pelleted 9 times. Bap, 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 bap. The bail individual, who apparently is from the Wesley northeast of the island. The incident occurred on January 19, 2025 at approximately 2:30 a.m. He was not in the vehicle at the time, thank God. As a result of that, I think this was just meant to scare him. But of course, like indicated right there, he was not in the vehicle. And of course, Dominica Breaking News will keep you updated in that regard. I think it's an individual from the northeastern side. I'm not calling Wesley, brothers and sisters. I'm not calling Mr. Dodds. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Dodds or wheels, whatever you want to call it, brothers and sisters, whatever that situation has happened there, individuals need to stop their dirty ways. Stop their dirty ways. You cannot intimidate people that cannot be intimidated. That doesn't make sense. Matter of fact, the man might just write another calypso on you this time. If it's me, I write a calypso on you and I'm making sure I play with your name in my song. I don't know. But we shall see how it goes, brothers and sisters. You cannot be threatening people, trying to intimidate people who cannot be intimidated. That doesn't make sense. You want to make things worse for you. Anyways, brothers and sisters, so thank God as a result of that, hopefully justice is served as it should. Hopefully justice is truly served in that regard right there. The individual in question, from my understanding, is already not a very... the individual, from my understanding, if that is the right individual that they actually arrested right there, or what they did, taken into custody, well, arrested right there, the police already don't like you, and you just want to just make yourself trouble. Well, you go after the wrong person, eh? I'll tell you that. But of course, brothers and sisters, let us continue right there. Talking about arrested, brothers and sisters, the person that steals the person in wheelbarrow, you need to be arrested too. People working hard for their money, they want to not bull hard or not pull, whatever the song saying, brothers and sisters. They're working hard for their money, and you just come in and thieving, man thing. This wheelbarrow was stolen at fortune, brothers and sisters. The person have their wheelbarrow in their boss, making sure they're making way for them to go home. They probably spend a good amount of money on that wheelbarrow for them to be able to do their jobs and their gigs and what have you. And you just go down thief, man, wheelbarrow. Nah, man, you need to jail. Jail, man. Self, brothers and sisters. Jail. So if you take the person wheelbarrow, secretly bring back the person wheelbarrow for them. Please. All right? Stop your dirty ways. Anyways, brothers and sisters, talking about jail time, we go into Jonathan Leher. And it's very interesting what is taking place in the nature of the Caribbean, Dominica, brothers and sisters. And of course, I'll break it down for you guys, as always. Of course, we have been indicated that there's some sort of breaking news that Rhoda Joseph now owns Wakutli Estate. Now, that can be considered a good thing on the basis that, you know, the estate was once owned by foreign individuals and now it is owned by a Dominican, or who is alleged to be a Dominican, brothers and sisters. There's a lot of secret things going on in society and it makes you bamboozle. That's a good thing. I think that's wonderful. It's owned by a Dominican person. Great. Wonderful. All right. Problem with that is that estate was once owned by Jonathan Leher, the double murderer accused individual. And the story doesn't stop there, you know. It continues, brothers and sisters. And of course, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty in a while. Of course, this is the individual that you've seen on the thing right there. The person with the bag is known as Rhoda Joseph. And as indicated right there, there's also the shares. I think she bought 1,000 shares in that company right there. And as a result, she is the owner of it. Of course, there might be some interesting stuff taking place, but let me read something for you guys right there. According to NIN, brothers and sisters, this property was owned by Leher, Jonathan Leher, who is behind bars facing a double murder charge and several gun-related charges. According to investigations, wait a while. Let me read that again. The property was owned by Jonathan Leher, who is behind, by the way, guys, this apparently transaction happened around 23rd day of October, and it seems like this just went out to the public this year. All right, revealing. Anyways, the property was once owned by Leher, who is behind bars facing a double murder charge and several gun-related charges. Now, it's interesting how this has run. I remember, brothers and sisters, on the basis of the Grog family situation, where they charged them, I think, 10 or 15,000 EC dollars that they had to pay because of they found a gun in their thing and some ammunition or something of that sort. And apparently there were some people, Jonathan Leher, bringing in guns and stuff, allegedly bringing in guns and stuff. And he was not charged for this stuff at all, you know. Now they are bringing the charges on him. No. And apparently, Rhoda Joseph decided, you know what, let me go and take the building. Let me go and take the estate. The 13.2 estate right there. Let me see if I have it correct. It doesn't indicate it there, but I know it's 13.2 acres, brothers and sisters. Anyways, let's continue. According to investigation from NIN, court documents indicated that 13.2 acres, all right, of the Wakutle estate was purchased by Rhoda Joseph for the sum of $1.35 million, brothers and sisters, and the property has been duly transferred to her. Nature Isle, NIN will continue to follow development as, anyways, Wakutle estate has been transferred to Rhoda Joseph in a move many see as a desperate act to be surety for double murder accused Jonathan Leher. So in the question here is, do you think that she purchased this property so that she can use it as a surety for him? Now there's an interesting part of this when you're looking at it, brothers and sisters. Let me just continue right there. Obviously, police picked her up just the other day. Rhoda Joseph questioned by police and released, brothers and sisters. This is, anytime I see this kind of things about picked up by police, it's just like standard protocol. It's smoke screen of sorts. Just like we see in Blackmore saying, oh, this and that against, this should not happen. All this is just a smoke screen. And I see the other partner joining him. He joining him to have a discussion, the merit of the elevation of country when it comes to national security. There's a video of Lennox, I think I'll react to it tomorrow, brothers and sisters, on the basis of national security and Rayburn Blackmore. Rayburn Blackmore, can you tell us anything about baby Sarah? We don't forget, you know. We don't forget at all, if you think we forget. In that regard right here. But then, brothers and sisters, based on the article in NIN, Rhoda Joseph, the executive director of Invest Dominica Authority, which of course is a government authority, was detained by police on January 20th, 2025. Yesterday, brothers and sisters, for questioning Joseph, who is said to be closely associated with double murder accused Jonathan Leher, is the main person expected to be his proposed surety for his bail, which is now open and subject to several legal battles by the state. Now, it's interesting that they talk about Invest Dominica Authority. She works for the government, brothers and sisters. Remember, initially she actually did decide to put up. Let me bring back the video for you guys.
But there's one question he didn't seem to appreciate about this woman who was present at the bail hearing. She offered her building as a bond, a guarantee that Lira would not flee if he were released.
Interesting. She offered her building, brothers and sisters. Not she didn't offer somebody else. Well, you can offer somebody else building. She offered up her building. And it's so interesting that she now purchased the very building of Jonathan Leher. And you think nothing happened. By nice, people think absolutely nothing is happening. People think that is just a normal thing. Hey, she purchased the building. Wonderful. Wow. Forget about that. When we get back into that story right there, I must point out something interesting. Let me see if I can find it. This is it right there. The fact that people are liking this, you all just wicked to the state. Yes. This ain't the same woman who stood up as bail surety for the very man who decided, who is alleged to have murdered two individuals, a man and a woman, Daniel and Dominic. And all you will tell an outsider this country ain't corrupt. Brothers and sisters, we've seen corruption in our face. There is no hiding corruption. That's to tell you how bold-faced it is. It's in our face right now, brothers and sisters. Just like when the people, the global forum people, World Economic Forum people, mind me YouTube, come and say thing about, oh, this is going to be happening and this is happening and the 2030 agenda and all those kind of things that they're talking about, brothers and sisters. And it's finally out in the open because they are bold-facing our brothers and sisters to show these things because they know people aren't going to do anything about it. Very interesting. Let's go back to the video.
But there's one question he didn't seem to appreciate.
As a lawyer.
About this woman who was present at the bail hearing. She offered her building as a bond, a guarantee that Lira would not flee if he were released.
I have a question about Mrs. Broda Joseph. Why did she act as a surety, as a guarantee for Mr. Lira, as she is, I believe, high-ranking person in the government?
She's very much high-ranking, brothers and sisters, as you can read. Right, let me see, where is it? Oh, yes. As you can read right there, brothers and sisters, she is the executive director of Invest Dominica Authorities. Interesting. Who is the Minister of Investment in Dominica, brothers and sisters? Who? You know who? I'll give you a wild guess. His name is SKERRIT. Make a guess, brothers and sisters. Just continue.
Yes, that's a question.
Well,
so the lawyer is asking. This is a very interesting part of me, the what took place in that interview right there. This individual, I think his name is Levi Peters, whatever is his name, brothers and sisters. He's answering a question on the merit of this.
I believe, high-ranking person in the government.
Yes, that's a question.
Well, one arm of the state is prosecuting Mr. Lira, and a civil servant is acting as a guarantee for him. Don't you see a question that can be raised?
No, I don't think that's a proper question at all. I don't understand the question at all.
You don't understand the question, or are you saying you don't understand the question because you cannot answer it? Which one is it? You're a lawyer, you should be able to quickly think. But apparently this question only has one outcome. It's either no or yes. You cannot come in between. Yes, they put it up, that's true. Or no, they didn't put it up and you're mistaken. You see, that is only because, but you cannot answer anything between that. You're trying to say, oh, how is that a question? That is a relevant question, sir. The very woman who purchased the Wakotle estate asked me, is she working for the government? How on earth she end up getting $1.23 million, brothers and sisters? Well, what is your salary looking like for you to be able to purchase that? What she have property, so she maybe could, do something or whatever. But how are you able to just, you guys are saying, well, then it's Invest Dominica, and of course is, SKERRIT is the main investment person, Minister of Investor, the best investor in Dominica. And, Jonathan Lehr is part of the investment because I think they sell passports. Not true? Isn't that part of the investment part? Remember SKERRIT was saying there's a development fund of individuals who invest, and they will be able to invest in Dominican businesses and so forth, isn't that? part of the investment firm right there. Don't you think a connection between all of them? The Minister of Investment, you have the Executive Director for Invest Dominica, and you have the person who is definitely one who is associated to, what is it? Oh. You have the person who is the one associated to both individuals on the merit of finding individuals to invest, selling passports. Don't you think there's a connection there? Now this person in between, the executive director, is buying this person's building. The very person who put up was a surety for the very person who decided or is alleged to take the life of a particular two individuals in the Sofia region. This person is buying this person's property. Maybe to buy that property so she can put it up as surety for him yet again. Maybe they need another building to put up as bail. Hey, okay, well, we provide it. Keep it locked, in, brothers. Keep it locked to see what happens here. Brothers and sisters, the tangled web that we weave, it's insane. It's insane, brothers and sisters. And I don't think this is a good thing at all. So this lady was questioned, picked up by the police, and released. Standard protocol, And to pretend, she go in jail, what? No, that's not the case. Nothing is wrong in this lady buying property, brothers and sisters. And as I indicated before in the very beginning, I think that definitely white people should not be owning things that was related to history or have a history semblance to slavery. It should not. So that's a good thing right there. But who did it, brothers and sisters? The very people who are alleged to have committed the murders of two individuals within that same vicinity. Now this woman, put up the surety the first time. Her building, she put up the first time. And now a thought came to my brother and sister. Did she put up the building? She put up her building for bail. And I'm guessing that's probably the same thing, same building that went up for bail. Now, do you think that she purchased that new building so she can probably do a different bail thing so they can use that building that is Jonathan Leher's building, and then he will escape? He will escape, brothers and sisters. Apparently the judge recused himself from this case. The very judge that made the bail conditions for Jonathan Leher very, very difficult. This is why he's still in jail today. He recused himself, and all of a sudden we're hearing that this woman, who was the first one to put up her building for bail for Jonathan Leher, is buying the very property of Jonathan Leher in Dominica. No. Brothers and sisters, don't you find that interesting? I find that very interesting. The levels to which the government or the government individuals or government personnel will go to try to protect this man. Where is he? Oh, I don't have his photo there. To try to protect him. And then the lawyer is saying, that's not a question. The state is prosecuting the man who's alleged to have committed murder. The state, under the disguise of a civil servant who is also a high-ranking government member in Invest Dominica, is putting up the surety for him to get bail. The very man who... And the lawyer is saying he doesn't see that as a question. Okay. Anyways, brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts on this right there? You know what's very interesting, brothers and sisters? How far would the government individuals go to try to see if they can rescue this man, so to speak? Rescue him on the merit of trying to get him deported. Now, if they take out, he doesn't own a building anymore. He doesn't own a building anymore. He doesn't own the estate anymore. He's getting bail. Don't you think if he gets to finally be free of this, brothers and sisters, he finally gets to be free, he gets bail for him to go and check his health. You get bail for him to go and check his health. He doesn't have any property that binds him to Dominica. Do you think he's going to be coming back? Do you think he'll come back? Sometimes, brothers and sisters, we have to use our brain. But it's interesting how far the government will go to try to protect individuals who are not Dominican. However, when it comes down to Dominican people, This is what they're trying to do. This is Thompson Fountain, brothers and sisters. Take a listen to Thompson right there.
So I'm here outside the magistrate's court this morning, just learning that the matter
I think this was yesterday, Monday.
has been or will be adjourned because the magistrate is ill.
Of course.
So this is my 20th court appearance.
20th court appearance. 20th court appearance. I remember there was a particular judge, a number of judges that actually indicated that Dominica is wasting a lot of time when it comes down to the court system. Justice is not being served. I know that there are still matters that are probably over 10 years, not probably, that are over 10 years, that they haven't seen the light of day yet, brothers and sisters. And you don't think there's corruption taking place in Dominica, a high-level corruption?
On charges that I obstructed the police in 2017. So appearance number 20, unfortunately, we will not be heard this morning.
So they still haven't heard them yet. They still haven't heard them yet. Number 20 appearance.
There's an expectation that oral arguments would be brought because we have put forward a no-case submission, and there was an expectation that this matter would now be considered this morning. However, I have just learned that the magistrate has reported sick, and because of that, the case will not be heard today. So the lawyers inside the courtroom now trying to reach another date. We'll meet at this time for appearance number 21.
What?
That's the way lawyers inside the courtroom now trying to reach another date when we'll meet at this time for appearance number 21. So that's the way it is. The struggle continues in this justice system here in Dominica for a charge which by all measures should long ago have been set aside.
They are spending millions of dollars, from my understanding, to try to prosecute these guys. And it's interesting that when you look at Mr. Speaker of the House, who was also involved in this sentiment right there. You don't hear him in court. all you doesn't see, boy. Oh my God.
But we continue to battle this out, and we will eventually have our day in court, and justice will be served. So continue to be strong, everyone. Well, thank you indeed for your support.
You guys must counter sue the government for wasting all your time. Counters 20th and only matter still hasn't been heard yet. Boy.
I continue to stay resolute, continue to fight in the best interest of Dominica. Change will come to this country. The change of governance will come. So let us not lose hope. Let us just continue to believe that that day will come, and that day is not too far away. God bless you.
The same thing that they tried to do for Trump, brothers and sisters. Targeting him, and people saying, oh, look, he's a felon, I would not vote for the felon, and all those kind of things there. The same thing I'm seeing in Dominica. The same thing. They have, even in history, they have done this, and a number of places have done this. There's a part, I'm trying to think of a place recently that actually happened, and the opposition were assassinated for some particular individual to take government. That person would not have win by any way, shape, or form, but that person won today. All of a sudden, we find that bruh. Brothers and sisters, all it doesn't open all your eyes, boy. Open all your eyes now. Open all your eyes. Or sometimes all your eyes open, but you just wicked. Or you cannot see, but oh my God. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, my goodness. The proof is in the pudding. I don't know how else. I really don't know how else, brothers and sisters. Anyways, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. What are your thoughts, man? Am I tripping? Do I have it just wrong though? What? People you cannot see, my God. And I understand that there's a dark cloud over Dominica, and of course, as a result of that. But brothers and sisters, the prayer warriors out there. You have to start praying. Have we? Because it's opening your eyes and people still cannot see, man. It's right there in your eyes. And look, that interview was perfect. Perfect, brothers and sisters. Oh my goodness. They're trying their best, it seems, to make this Jonathan individual walk free. Sorry about that, guys. But let me just end it right here, brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts on this, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, let me know your thoughts, man. Because sometimes I wonder if I'm going crazy. I'm not. I'm not going crazy, brothers and sisters. But it seems like in a world where normalcy has just moved, like, not normalcy, common sense has just dwindled down. In a world where we're saying common sense, brothers and sisters, common sense is not so common. When we're looking at logic, and logic doesn't have a place in a logical world, brothers and sisters. What else? How else are we going to move forward? How else? I mean, you've seen it in your face. Jesus wept. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let me know your thoughts like I did before. Click the thumbs up button if you understand what I'm saying. And of course, if you support the movement. And of course, brothers and sisters, don't forget to subscribe to become a part of the Mystelics family. When, of course, you click subscribe, click the bell, and then click all to be notified when I post my videos or update or upload my videos ready. Anyways, brothers and sisters, about Mystelics on this here, Mystelics reaction, guys. Be real. Salute the King always. Be positive.